Hello and welcome to HatchWay Advisors. My name is Matthias Hacker and I'm the founder and CEO. And over the past few years, I've been helping people just like you start their business. And today I actually wanted to take the time to introduce myself properly and also explain what we're exactly doing here at HatchWay. So yeah, today we are actually in Dominican Republic. We're here at a villa that we have for the holidays with my family. And I thought it would be a great time to actually show you what is actually possible if you start your own business and actually, well, just introduce everything a little bit in more detail. So to give you a big background on myself, well, I'm half German, half Venezuelan. I lived in multiple countries. I started living off in Venezuela. I lived then in the United States for a while. I was living also in Germany, then I was living in Italy, and now I reside in Vienna. Throughout my journey, after graduating and after finishing also my master's, I actually did a lot of different kind of jobs. I started different kinds of businesses, some successful, some sadly not so successful. But throughout the journey, I actually learned a lot. And I've worked in all kinds of industries, everything from SaaS services. I was an educational consultant for a while. I was doing in the mining and cement industry as well. And I'm still doing that actually actively today. And I was just working in all different kinds of businesses and consulting for a lot of businesses at the same time. I also worked for a few different companies throughout my internships that I did while I was at university, everything from private equity to Chinese multinational talent companies. And I did everything you can think of. And as you can hear from this video today, I did a lot of different things in different industries. And that actually helped me a lot to understand, well, what are the basics that you actually need to start a business? While I was doing all these different things, well, I was actually helping other people start their business, but I was just helping them, It was mostly friends who were giving me a call and they were saying, well, Matthias, I have a great business idea. Well, can you help me? I know that you have done this before, that you were in my own shoes, you were starting your own business. Can you help me understand what needs to be done to make sure that my business covers all the basics to make it successful? And that's exactly what I was doing for a while. I did that for around 3 years. I was helping people all around and they would just call me. And then all of a sudden I started getting referrals of people saying, oh, Matthias, I heard about you, that you're great at giving just advice for business and sitting down with the people and helping them understand what a business needs to be successful. And I would love to sit down with you for a chat and just run my ideas by you. And that's what I was doing. And I was also doing a little bit this in high school. And one day, all of a sudden, one of the guys I was working with or consulting for or advising for, however you want to call it, he says, Matthias, you have such great ideas. You're such a great advisor. You're able to explain everything so clearly to everyone. How come you don't actually make another business out of this? And at the time I was quite busy, so it took me quite a while to actually get it started. And he told me that this advice that you're giving, you can simply not just give for free. So this happened again one more time. And I was just thinking about it a lot. And then I decided, you know what, let me actually start this business. I have done multiple businesses before. Now, let me help other people actually start theirs. And I thought this was a great opportunity to learn about even more industries, which is what actually interests me. I want to learn about all the different industries, build new business models, new business ventures that actually can become successful and perhaps even change the world one day. And that's exactly how HatchWay itself started. To put it in simple terms, I was helping friends and family. Then all of a sudden I started getting referrals. And then one day someone told me, well, you know what, Matthias, your advice is so great. You have to start charging for it. Why don't you start another company that focuses on exactly advising people how to start their business? And that's what I did. And that's where we are here today with HatchWay. And now actually want to take a little bit of a few minutes to explain what we're actually doing here at HatchWay. So what exactly is HatchWay? Well, HatchWay is an all-in-one service for aspiring entrepreneurs. And what we do is that we want to get you from point A, which is essentially your idea, to point Z, D, E, F, wherever point you want to reach with your business idea and with our help. And usually the final stage of our clients is either, well, reaching the stage where they actually have to go for funding through VCs, angel investors, maybe going to an incubator, or the other path, right? Which is actually just starting your business and actually making it thrive and grow at the same time. And that's where we want to take you. We want to make sure that your business is successful, either by going to find funding, meaning that your idea is already solidified and vetted, or all the way that your idea is great, let's start it, we're able to do everything that we need, and let's actually bring it to reality. And throughout the services that we provide, which is one-on-one services. So I'm not going to sell you a business course. I'm not going to tell you what books to read. I'm not going to coach you on something. I'm actually here more like a tutor. I'm going to teach you how to start your own business. And even if this idea might not be successful at first, well, how can we then, flip the idea a little bit or change it a little bit to actually make it successful. And even if something doesn't occur, well, what can happen is that, well, now you have all the tools necessary to start your own business and the following business and the following business. And we will teach you all of that here in HatchWay. But what does it actually include inside? Well, as I said before, we go from the idea. Then we want to perhaps, solidify the idea, make sure that the idea is actually, doable, because that's a big question. Is the idea something that you can actually create? Do you have the right team? Can you do it in the right way? Well, how are you going to finance this? And we touch upon all these different topics. We also prepare the business plan. We look at the financials. We prepare the presentation, the page. We look at the legal, the accounting side of things, and we help you throughout all the process. And I will be there with you all the way. I will be sitting down with you, with the team of different advisors, depending on your needs and your industry, and taking the time to really understand your idea and guide you through all the steps and processes. And that's what makes us different, because we're actually taking the time to sit down with you and make sure that we can guide them and process them through, some way. And that's exactly what we're going to do here at HatchWay, guide you through all the processes and intricacies necessary to make sure that your business is successful. One thing to keep in mind as well is that whatever you need, we're going to help you with. So if you need to find partners, we will help you find them. If you need a content creator, we'll make sure to put you in contact with one. Do you need a marketing agency? Do you need an accountant? Do you need a lawyer? Do you need someone to talk to that is specific in your industry for technical clarifications? Do you need to build a prototype, or you want to do a prototype design? Well, we can guide you through all these things and put you in contact with the right people and make sure that way your business actually starts to develop slowly and steadily. So if you're interested in the HatchWay services, then I suggest you book a free 30-minute exploration call where we will actually take the time to sit down with you, understand your idea, somewhat vet it, and make sure that we can make it a feasible project and venture. Once that's all done, we will actually take the time and the next step to make sure that we take a few more meetings with you to actually fully understand what's going on and make sure that we can make it a thriving reality. If you want to connect with me in any shape or form, then I suggest you do that through our social media or even Mimic if you have business-specific questions.